What if everything you know fell apart in the blink of an eye? Imagine losing your vision, your stability, and still having to protect the ones you love most. Get ready, because what you are going to see now is proof that even in the biggest falls, there is a force capable of lifting anyone back up. Before we start, subscribe to the channel and leave a like so you don't miss any details of this transformative story. An accident completely changed Sophia's life. The explosion on the ship he worked on took his vision and brought a darkness that was not only physical, but also emotional. However, Sophia didn't know that the biggest blow would come when she returned home. When faced with betrayal by her partner, who abandoned her at the worst time of her life, she and her young daughter Isabel were expelled and thrown onto the streets with no prospects. Without seeing, Sophia faced daily challenges to keep Isabel protected. Every night on the streets was a test of endurance. Still, she refused to give up. Every time Isabel, still little, said, "It's going to be okay, Mommy," Sophia felt a spark of hope light up inside her. The love for her daughter was the strength that kept her steps steady, even when everything seemed to fall apart. When there seemed to be no way out, a light appeared in the form of Clara, an old friend who, upon learning of the situation, welcomed Sophia and Isabel into her modest home. It was a simple place, but it offered the comfort and security they so needed. Clara never mentioned the difficulties of sharing her already small house, but Sophia knew that that shelter could not last forever. She needed to find a way to rebuild her life. It was during a trip to the pharmacy with Clara and Isabel that Sophia heard a familiar voice. "Sophia?" She stopped, immediately recognizing the serious and welcoming tone of Eduardo, a kind man she knew from the port where he worked for years. Eduardo, surprised to learn what had happened, offered help without hesitation. But unlike empty promises, he brought real solutions. Eduardo organized medical contacts and suggested surgery that could restore Sophia's vision. The idea of seeing again was both exciting and frightening. Sophia asked herself, "What if it doesn't work? What if I stay in the dark forever?" Eduardo noticed her hesitations and with patience became her biggest support. He accompanied her to appointments, described the world around her, and showed Sophia that, even without vision, she was still worthy of love and respect. When the day of surgery arrived, fear and hope fought inside her. Isabel, just a few years old, hugged her mother tightly before being taken to the waiting room. Eduardo held Sophia's hands and promised, "I'll be here when you wake up." The procedure seemed to take forever, but as the bandages began to come off, a soft light filled his eyes. The first face Sophia saw was Isabel's, smiling radiantly. "Mommy, can you see me?" asked the girl, excited. Sophia, with tears in her eyes, replied, "I can, my angel. I can see you." Rediscovering the world was exciting for Sophia. Everything seemed new and full of meaning. The brightness of the sun reflected on the leaves, the vibrant colors of the flowers, Isabel's innocent smile. But along with the joy came memories of the past. The betrayal and abandonment of Lucas, his former partner, still left deep wounds. Eduardo, always present, encouraged Sophia to face her ghosts and forgive, not for others, but to find peace in herself. Over time, Sophia began working in Clara's small studio, rediscovering talents she thought she had lost. Little by little, she felt that her life was gaining direction again. Eduardo, in turn, remained by her side, offering not just support, but a kind of genuine love she had never experienced. One day, Lucas reappeared. He was sorry and wanted to be part of Isabel's life. Sophia, torn between the desire to protect her daughter and Isabel's right to have her father close by, allowed Lucas to try. However, she made it clear that he would have to prove his dedication. Lucas, surprisingly, was willing to change, and Sophia realized that it might be possible to rebuild a relationship between him and his daughter, as long as it was respected and had limits. While Sophia dealt with this new dynamic, Eduardo became an even stronger pillar in her life. He understood her dilemmas and never pressured her. During a peaceful walk, he opened his heart. Gently, he took a small box out of his pocket and said, "Sophia, you are the most incredible woman I have ever met. I love you, and I want to spend the rest of my life by your side." Sophia, thrilled, accepted the marriage proposal, feeling that she had finally found someone who truly valued her. The wedding was simple, but full of meaning. Close friends, Clara, Isabel, and even Lucas were present. During the ceremony, as Isabel held her mother's hand and looked at Eduardo with affection, Sophia realized that she had achieved something that previously seemed impossible: a loving and stable family. The months that followed were marked by renewed balance. Sophia maintained her independence, dedicating herself to Clara's studio while Eduardo helped build a solid future for the family. Lucas continued to be present in Isabel's life, striving to keep the promises he made. Although memories of the past still surfaced, Sophia learned to see them in another way, as chapters in a story that shaped her, but did not define who she is. Now, looking to the future, Sophia saw herself as a transformed woman. His journey had not been easy. Loss of vision, betrayal, abandonment, and days on the streets could have broken her, but instead they made her stronger. Alongside Isabel and Eduardo, she knew she was ready to face whatever came. Sophia's story is a testament to resilience, love, and the human capacity to start over. No matter how dark the path seems, there is always a light on the horizon. And Sophia had found hers. With a smile on her face and a heart full of hope, she knew her new chapter was just beginning.